Antonio, how are you? It's Jose from Chicago. How are you?
Very good. How are you? I was trying to dial this number. It took me a couple attempts, but I'm in, I think.
Yeah, you made it. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your time here. So yeah, maybe you can maybe update us on some of the stuff that I know we worked on Shades of Blue on the launch of that show. How successful has it been for you and the show itself? And for NBC, of course, on being on the show and working next with Jennifer Lopez.
Well, as you know, the show has been well received by the public and by the critics. So it's been a wonderful experience to be part of the show. It's been successful for the network and the studios. And working with Jennifer Lopez and Ray Liotta and the rest of the crew, it's been terrific. I mean, such great actors, really good writers, really good directors, and people really seem to enjoy the show. And they're about to, I think they've started working on the second season, and people are anticipating the second season of the show.
How did you end up? How did you end up on the show itself? Did they reach out? Did you see the casting call, or did you
Well,
want to be on the show?
through casting, they were looking for this guy, this Jennifer Lopez character's baby daddy, and I guess they were looking for a while, and eventually I got an opportunity to put myself on tape because they were already filming in New York, and I was in Los Angeles, and I wasn't in New York, so I said, I'll put myself on tape. They liked it. They put me on hold. They kept looking for, I guess, a hunkier guy. I don't know, someone with bigger muscles or cuter face. I don't know what they were looking for, but they kept looking. And eventually they came back to us, and then we ended up on the show.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, I remember you from Savages, and that was one of a very good film as well. So how was it going from doing films to doing some network stuff? Was it a major difference? I mean, obviously there's probably more work involved, more of a rigid daily schedule.
I like working on TV. There's a lot of good work on TV. There's a lot of good shows, really good writing, and you get a little more room to breathe, a little more room to play. So I really enjoy working for television. I mean, film, I work on some, but the opportunities are very few in between. I mean, working on Savages was also a wonderful experience. For me personally, I had a great relationship with Mr. Oliver Stone and with the cast, but, my time is limited. I can only move so much because we have John Travolta, Benicio del Toro, Salma Hayek.
Mm-hmm.
So, I get the ball, but I only get to hold it for a few seconds and I got to throw it back. So, and on TV, I get a little more space.
Got it. And I see that you enjoy a lot of things from music to reading to boxing. Is there any certain roles that you just really like to enjoy and like you want to go after because that's a certain role that you personally think it fits you for your talent, or?
Yeah, there's a lot of the subject matters that I like. I like religion. Religion, I find it very interesting. I would like to do something that has to do with religion and spirituality and the business of it, because there's a lot of people making a lot of money off religion in the name of the men upstairs, and that's also hypocritical, and it's also how we lead our lives because we believe in something other than ourselves, and it's just a very interesting subject matter for me personally. But boxing I've always liked, but I think I'm too old to be in a boxing movie, unless it's like a Rocky 10 or Rocky 25 or something. Then I can probably be in that one. And music is always something I love, and maybe an opportunity will come when I can do something with music, not musicals, not like singing Cats, and none of that. More dramatic type style. I don't know.
So let me ask you on a different note here. The Academy just released some of the new inductees to the for Oscars nominations. Do you see any change in terms of diversity in Hollywood down the road? I know diversity is taking its place slowly, but where do you see diversity along the lines?
Like you say, it's changing, but it's very slow. I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, they always say they're going to change a few things here and there, and they do. They change a couple people here and there. But the change is very slow. I mean, we have three guys that have made quite a impact in Hollywood. We have Guillermo del Toro, we have Alfonso Cuarón, we have Alejandro González Iñárritu. I mean, Alejandro winning 2 Oscars back to back, and Alfonso winning for Gravity and all that. And you would think that there would be an explosion of Latin talent. You know, they would run to Mexico or they would look for whatever Latin talent they have in the city, but they don't. You know, it doesn't work the same way like when they have a British guy that gets, I don't know, a lot of buzz and a lot of a nomination or something. They go to Britain and they bring everybody. Or if an Australian guy is mentioned, they go to Australia and they bring all the Australians and they play all the superheroes. So I don't think it works the same way in the Latin market, but it is changing. It's a slow change. Hopefully, you know, with the changes that Guillermo, Alfonso, and Alejandro are creating, maybe they're also propelled to hire more of our people. You know, I know that certain decisions are made by the studios and networks and blah, 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 and it's not as easy as just saying it. But it is changing. We have a lot of people succeeding. I mean, we have Jennifer Lopez, we have Eva Longoria, we have Sofia Vergara, we have Salma Hayek, we have Benicio, we have, you know, there's people out there, but there's a lot of us out there still waiting for that opportunity.
Yeah, that's true. I think also the lack of diversity in the boardrooms makes a big difference in getting some of this Hispanic talent on the screens and on TV. But I think it's slowly changing. I didn't agree with you and all that. Maybe you can talk to us about some of your upcoming projects. I know you understand you're doing some theater work. Maybe you can talk to us about that.
Well, there's a production that I'm trying to get together. It's a wonderful production. I can't name the title of the play because it's well, I just can't.
Okay.
But I'm trying to put that piece together, and I would like to eventually be on Broadway. I mean, I want to be on Broadway,
Wow.
but right now, I'm trying to bring a production here to Southern California that was already produced in New York, and it was quite successful, very successful in New York. And I'm trying to bring it over here, but there's a lot of pieces I got to put together because it's been 3 years since I've done theater. I want to go back and do theater again. I really like working on stage, but there's also a couple other things that we're looking at. You know, there's an independent movie I'll be doing in New York in a couple weeks, which we're getting ready to do that, and we're keeping our eyes open for TV shows. See what the next TV show is out there that will give us an opportunity to be a part of.
Now, specifically going back to Shades of Blue, how was it working with Jennifer Lopez? Did you meet her before working with her? Did you know each other before working with her, or
I I have not met her before. We hadn't worked together before, so it was just our first time, and it was a terrific experience. I think we had a lot of chemistry on the screen, and on a personal level, it was very professional, I guess, relationship, but also very friendly. I mean, I got along with her, and she's very busy. I mean, she's quite successful in everything she does. We all know she sings, she dances, she produces, she acts, and wow, just she's everywhere. So my admiration and respect for everything that she does because she's been quite successful in everything. And we had a great relationship. I thought we did great on the show. People liked it. We have a beautiful baby daughter, which that's also great. So she's always going to be in my life. Hopefully she won't hit me for child support, though, because that's going to be quite expensive. I already told her, listen, you can take care of the child support. You got plenty of dough. But
Well, I think you guys did a great job on the show, and we're looking forward to season number 2. Obviously, you have a lot going on, too, from theater to film to TV and all this other stuff. What would your advice be for young Latinos who want to meet where you're at today? You know what I'm saying? Not just in LA, but maybe they're out in New York or in Chicago or somewhere else, and like, hey, I want to go to LA to make it big, and I want to be on screen. What would be your advice for them?
my advice would be to focus on the work. I mean, that's how I've done it. I just focus on the work because there's a lot of elements to this business. There's a lot of stuff, but I just focus on the work. And it's a slow process. It takes a while. But if you focus on the craft and you really enjoy doing it and you want to do it, it'll take some time, but just stick with it. Hopefully it'll happen for you. I mean, there's no guarantees, especially in this business. We don't know. Hollywood likes to have only five of us, 5 Latinos, and that's it. That all the jobs go to all those 5 Latinos, and there's more. So we have to create our own opportunities. I think if there's writers out there, if there's directors out there, then you got to direct and produce your own stuff. And let's just hire our own people, and become successful that way. But just do it. If you really want to do it, just do it. I mean, it's just a wonderful way to make a living. It's not easy, but if you really want to, I mean, look at what Guillermo has done, Alfonso, Alejandro. There's, you can do it. It's just focus on the work.
You talked about a little while ago. You talked about Indian films. I had a chance to attend Sundance this past year, and some of the other film festivals. We went through Latino Film Festival here in Chicago. How do you feel about indie films? I mean, there are such good films out there in the indie market that just never make it go theatrical, just because I'm not sure why. Maybe lack of funds, or lack of interest, or maybe the route that they take. But what do you feel about indie films and the space for Latinos in indie films?
Well, there's a lot of great films, independent films. There's a lot of great stories to be told, and they already exist. There's many out there. It's very difficult for them to get off the ground because it's not the stories that people support when they go to the movie theaters. That's why they never go anywhere, because all we do, Latinos and everyone, all we do is pay money to see superhero movies. I mean, how many superhero movies do we need? I mean, we have Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, we have Wonder Woman, we have the other guy with the shield, we have the other guy with the hammer, we have Flash Gordon, I don't know, we have Hulk Hogan, I don't even know all the names. And then after they do a movie of each one, they put them all together in one movie, and they call it whatever, The Revenge of the Biceps, I don't know, and everyone runs to the theater to see the same movie over and over and over and over, and it's our own fault. It's our own fault. If we don't support independent filmmaking and different stories, it will never change, because Latinos go to the movies a lot. We have a lot of buying power. We do, but we don't recognize that power, because we can change the industry ourselves. And if we stop supporting these films that are the same every year, it's just we have to stop. We have to do it ourselves, because like you said, there's great filmmaking out there that's independent, but they need an audience, and the studios will not support it if they don't think it'll sell. So it's all about money. If they're not going to make any money, they're not going to support that film. So it's our fault.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I just started watching indie films a couple of years ago, and I mean, there's a lot of great films out there, documentaries that are made by Latinos, not just for Latinos, but just in general, that I think a larger audience would enjoy. But I think you're right about that.
Okay. One last thing I'd like to mention, that my next project will be with Alejandro Gonzalez Iñarruti. I don't have a lot of information on it because I'm not supposed to talk about it. Even he doesn't know about it, but my next project is with him. And a shout out to your readers. I would like to say thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Keep supporting the Latino platforms, like yourself, your show, and our films and our projects, because only we are going to help ourselves propel forward. No one else. No one's going to hand you nothing. So just support your own community, your own people. And thank you guys, and we'll see you again. We'll speak again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week.
Antonio, thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.